The Genji, not so much, and that's definitely going to be Stalker's hero as somebody that crosses between both hero pools there. Another player I'd like to talk about briefly as well is the fact that, you know, it does look like we're going to get Architect all day, and I don't really mind this if he's going to be playing the Ana, but the entirety of the last map was Architect Brigida, and that's one of Super Rich's signature heroes, so I find it really interesting that for a team like the Hangzhou Spark, that if you are going to Gibraltar and you don't have plans to put Architect on the Ana, that would have been a good time to sub Super Rich back in, but they stuck with it. Noted there's some, you know, potential issues on that back line as well. Hangzhou Spark not managing that situation very well in their attack. Now that we look towards Midtown, okay, double flex support again. I rate it, put the Architect on something like a BAP. I think that's definitely going to be more comfortable. And this could be a better turnaround. You know, putting Architect onto a flex support instead of a main support will be an improvement.
Let's see how they fare now. First in the defense for the Hangzhou Spark, Alfie once more going to be taking to the skies. Shy back over onto the Ash that was very much carrying them to a near victory on our first map of New Queen Street. Fits out the gate, Sojourn once more. Drop down, rotate through the left side. Profit, taking damage from both sides here. Where but the flank, there's Shy once more.
Ends up changing it to anything else, any other point, because, you know, otherwise just playing the Sojourn as well, it's pretty interchangeable with Stalker. So if he ends up having a better Sojourn than Stalker today, as I did actually note that Shy got Sojourn, on the Sojourn rather, number of kills up against Stalker in the previous map, and now he's starting things out on the Ash instead. So we will be missing that Shy Sojourn for the time being. Alpha Yi, Echo, very well known factor, something that he's extremely good on, very comfortable on. Controlling the flanks here, no Trace will be interesting. We'll see how Prophet gets to play this one when he doesn't have a Tracer he has to go up against, and already Burnout getting the kill to Creative. Opening defense looks okay.
Yep, good pick off there. Just finding these individual kills as Shy almost ends up dying himself there, but good pickoffs coming through. Vinheim still low HP. Looks like the shields will finally respawn as he gets a little health pack off screen. This is just draining away the time bank. A minute and a half about to be taken away from the Dynasty on this attack thus far. Definitely not getting onto point A for free this time around.
We have window coming on for Architect here as well now, so that should be the first ultimate of both teams. Smurf getting quite low. If he dies, it'll be really rough.
And he does. Shy able to break through that barrier before he can round the corner and get into the welcoming arms of Creative. Would have been able to get a nano off of that in all likelihood, or at least up above 90%. Doesn't get the opportunity now. Bernard continuing to play forward. He's looking for Fitz. Takes him down to about a quarter HP. The stun not quite going to connect onto Vinheim, so doesn't remain safe for the time being. It's good forward pressure here being output from Bernard, who already has that flux ready to roll.
Right side, and Shy is just everywhere. I mean, he can see everywhere on the map, so he's always putting pressure damage-wise onto just about every single member. Bob's online now as well. Hangzhou Spark are winning these fights without even having to spend ultimates. So under 2 minutes now, every time the Seoul Dynasty want to push, somebody on their team dies.
And what this means is we're getting closer and closer to having that 10 ult fight potential. As, okay, well, maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be the one ult fight. As Alfie will finally go down. Prophet able to take him out of the skies, but now before Fitz did fall, that's now the DPS duo, however, eliminated. The grab goes through. They get the catch here on Bernard. The finish is there after Prophet cleans up the Immortality field. And Irony, quite far forward around the back, ends up getting caught. The same will happen to Architect. So finally breaking through off the back of Shy's Bob usage. And a grab and a nano. The Dynasty will be able to go ahead and take point A.
I mean, you say far up, I think Shy was maybe a little bit far up there as well. He's just completely caught out by the Seoul Dynasty. Spins his bomb in a really strange way as well. That's something that you want to be spending to defend the point. Speaking of defending the point, duplicate popped.
Yep, they're looking for it, but the overclock comes through. They break Alfie out of the dupe, and Shy headshot there by Fitz. Finds Alfie, taking him out of the sky as well. Does end up falling low. You can see Irony desperately trying to get that elimination through, but the point cap has come in. The cleanup will be there for the side of the Seoul Dynasty, but the time bank not nearly as strong as they would have liked. 40 seconds or so remaining when they get that cap. So now just over 3 as the doors will open the fire truck and start advancing forward.
You know what, for the Hangzhou Spark, really, when it rains applause, right, because they were handling that defense so well, they were just completely preventing the Seoul Dynasty from getting any sort of movements. Like I said, every time that Seoul wanted to push, somebody was going down. Hangzhou Spark had that pick pressure, but they were the ones that got picked. Bob, again, misplaced there from Shy. He's gone over towards the Sojourn now, so definitely the better hero to use. I'm glad at least the Bob was used, so he can move over towards this hero instead. Seoul Dynasty working through with some momentum. Like you mentioned, they are down on time, so this is where they got to catch up. Double support ultimates on him.
So very low there from that rail, but didn't get the headshot, so can't get the insta-kill. Vinheim lives to fight another day. And until that happens, until Shy just kills him again with another body shot. Nano's still going to be invested, though. Smurf about to have that grab online. Bernard throws up the barrier. Smurf takes quite a bit of damage. Back into the corner. The grab comes through. They do manage to find Bernard. They catch him on the wall, but the immortality field is there. Now Fitz is going to be taken down, so the damage, the DPS is not online for the Seoul Dynasty to be able to get an elimination there. The grab, otherwise, just going to be whiffed.
It's going to be a rail onto Vinheim, then a rail onto Fitz as well. We also saw from Creator's POV, he tried to heal Vinheim, but because Vinheim kept on backing up, Creator never got the chance to enter the room and actually heal him, or maybe even nano him, something to keep him up. They nano Smurf instead. He tries to walk up, but Shy just keeps on frag, and they put a lot of damage to Smurf, by the way, as well. Shy currently just built different, and the Hangzhou Spark as well. Oh, okay, I was going to say the defense was looking alright, but with Alpha E down, Vinheim under pressure.
Look at this guy. He's running down Bernard. Vinheim just charges the Sigma. No one comes to his rescue. No one stops Vinheim. He just goes absolutely just God mode. He gets three kills in the fight. He solo zones the Sigma. What the hell did I just witness?
That's that's the Zenyatta patch coming on through for the Mid-Season Madness. 225 HP. Strongest kick you've ever seen. And the Seoul Dynasty just off the back of Fitz's initial rail, and then, like we saw there from Vinheim's POV, rushing down Bernard. 2 more kills after that. One of them onto Architect as well. And the Hangzhou Spark left reeling. Interesting plays, but Seoul Dynasty, they get the cap. Brilliant.
Yeah, and now over 2 minutes remaining for them on the final stretch. See if they can get the finish, or if Hangzhou will be able to come up the works enough to get the stop, but Fitz finds the opening kill. Onto Alfie, assisting off a bit of that pressure that was being applied by Smurf. Shy, however, shutting down Fitz before the overclock can come through. Flux is used. Bernard not going to be able to find an elimination, and Smurf, he picks up Shy, helps find a kill. Another one for Vinheim with Bernard falling. Now Irony going to be gone, and Alfie heading for the hills. No, takes to the skies, and goes down to a sliver of HP, and he's not going to be able to survive this. They chase forward. They get the break on that dude.
Still got to grab.
He's out of it. The grab is thrown in. They know that Shy is still prime real estate, and they get that elimination. Overclock down pop for Fitz. The dive forward from Bernard. The pulse bomb instantly greets him. He tries to trade it back onto Prophet. Can't make it happen. Ends up dying, and now it's just one after the other. And Seoul Dynasty, after what was looking like a catastrophic attack on A, will be able to finish Midtown with 1.5 minutes.
I mean, Seoul Dynasty played their momentum so well. They snowballed from B to A. That 1 kill onto Shy, well, rather, that 1 kill from Fitz on the rail to get Seoul Dynasty in. Then Vinheim a little bit later on. We go over towards C, and it just keeps on continuing. Fitz gets another frag. Hangzhou Spark just left reeling. Alpha Yi dies on that Echo, and they never get to truly recover. Shy tries to respond. His aim is good, but Seoul Dynasty continue pushing on through. The grab is eventually built for Smurf, and it's always a good time to solo grab Shy. If you can find him, solo grab, 100% worth. So Hangzhou Spark, nothing left to defend there with. The duplicate was the only thing that could save him, but Alpha Yi, I think multiple duplicate attempts now, can't get an ultimate on that duplicate form.
Yeah, I think that for that final stretch, I mean, Hangzhou Spark were just stumbling at every twist and turn. They couldn't find their footing. I think a lot of it had to do with Vinheim just physically and mentally assaulting Bernard. Like, that play with him just running him down and mauling him was just utterly incredible. And I think that Bernard after that was just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to play this game.
I mean, we know Sigma is pretty prone to being rushed down, but you just didn't think it was going to come through from a Zenyatta of all players and all heroes. That's one way to get past the shield. Sigma likes to play behind a shield. Well, just kick him off. Just kick him away.
Bernard is he's going to try to go to bed tonight. He's going to have to check his closet and look under his bed to make sure that Vinheim isn't there, ready to kick him in the teeth. Well, Alfie, opening shot, not going to find anything. Just
the Echo again.
Scattering like cockroaches over by the point. Okay. Swap over to the Tracer, yep.
The other option would have been, actually they're not playing double flex support anymore, nor are they playing the Sigma, so no opportunity for the Hanzo to come on through. So for the Hangzhou Spark, their sort of pathway to breaking through this double flex support Sigma defense on the Seoul Dynasty side is to play a very heavy dive, whereas we saw from the Seoul side, only attack was via the Zarya, and they couldn't get it done until they caught Shy. So, can Hangzhou Spark find the same sort of opening picks of this dive composition instead to do the same thing? Architect on a Brig, though. Already commented about that on Gibraltar. See if it's improved now on Midtown.
It's a good amount of pressure, but no kills to be found quite just yet. Smurf, kinetic grasp going to be burned. A little bit of that Extra HP behind him is Prophet. We'll find Shy. Great opening kill here for the side of the Dynasty. Once more, finding the highest value target that he possibly can get. Now he's into the back lines, and he's setting up off the play that Creative had established for him. Creative, I feel like it's been a little while since we've seen the Zenyatta from him, but the first time that he brought it in the season was absolutely popping. Vinheim was fragging on it in our first map, despite the fact that the ult usage was a little bit wobbly. But we know that Creative, when he does have this at his disposal, he can really find impact.
There was an extra kill into burn on it there towards the end as well, just for further staggers, right? Because Prophet will start things out into Shy, and 2 to 3 more kills that end up coming through from the Hangzhou Spark, or against the Hangzhou Spark to follow through with. Shy in the 100 energy here. So this is what we're talking about. He needs to find a headshot, find a frag some way. There it is.
Bernard going on the chase as well. Pressure them out. Great headshot, as you say, from Shy. Finding Vinheim, pulse bomb in. However, will find Architect. So 1-for-1 on the supports. Irony surviving for now. Has the Transcendence, and he doesn't want to have to use it here, but he's going to have to. Prophet forces it out of him. Now they'll turn the sights over to the point, but they actually can't because they don't have Architect, so they actually have to exit.
Yeah, and then maybe they should have held with the Trans as well. Yeah, if you just die with the Transcendence, you get to fight back in again. Creative, though, force, so it's a 1-for-1 Transcendence force. The mine's also being used. Smurf is just sitting there, they're looking at this up. Here comes that Flux, nothing to counter this.
Now, there's nothing at all to try to save him. Irony ends up going down once more. A little bit of a trade out of the Zenyatta's, not the ults, but their lives. Bernard will manage to pick up Creative. Vinheim narrowly surviving for a little bit longer, but no. As that immortality field gets taken down, he does fall. Stick out from Alpha Yi will help finish off Smurf. Prophet only able to find Architect, but unless he can go absolute God mode, I don't think that they're going to be able to hold this point for much longer. A minute and 10 seconds remaining. The tick's starting to come through. Smurf is going to swap over onto the Doomfist, so they are still going to be looking for a contest here.
Prophet's still alive here, so there's a possibility because Prophet lives. If Smurf dives in, they can link up with Prophet and make the play happen. Fitz pop the overclock, they want to go for it.
Well, they're looking for him. Fitz taking a hell of a lot of damage, but they managed to keep him alive. The final shot not quite going to connect there on a Shy. He knows he's around the corner. He knows that he's low HP, but he can't quite get that rail to hit. Prophet, however, gets the pulse across. That's going to be Irony, and now Architect out of the fight. Prophet finding both of the supports. 2 ticks, seemingly as good as it's going to get right here on this assault. The rest of the Spark need to reset. They need to escape. Shy going to be taken down, sent back into the spawn room. Alfie as well falling. Fitz will get that kill from beyond the grave. And yeah, the Dynasty, they do stabilize. They managed to hold it, and now it's 24 seconds left.
That's huge. I mean, this could be the full hold now. And again, I have to repeat myself, so pertinent that Prophet lives here. The re-entry, the retake works because Prophet can link up with Smurf. Fitz will pop the overclock, and they can get a real dive going. 2 DPS plus a tank there. So, big stuff from Seoul Dynasty. Can they finish things off? Early rally from Architect as they push in.
Okay, the touch is there. Alfie giving them the overtime. Vinheim low on that flank, the rail. Ready. Shy narrowly surviving. Hasn't been able to fire it off yet. Alfie pulse bump now ready to go. Smurf dives into the back though, finds Shy, takes him down with a seismic slam, but Alfie manages to respond in kind, so now the front line going to be broken down. Vinheim eliminated. Creative snipes the Tracer, gets the kill. The Prophet, I think he recalls into the minefield, ends up falling. The Trance going to be used, just keeping Fitz alive. The Trance going to be matched by Irony, desperately hoping that somebody can come to his rescue. The nade forces it back out onto the point, and the minefield is actually covering him, but he steps off for just long enough.
They weren't going to win.
He can't continue to play it. And that is going to be
had he stayed on, Seoul Dynasty, they'll get that kill. Shy still respawning. Attempting to limp his way back into the fight. Would have already burnt, trying to burn that slide to get in. But for the Seoul Dynasty, they got all the frags required. Only the sole survivor there. Pops Transcendence, tries to hide inside of mines.